Hey YouTube, Casey Classic 7 here, back again with another video. Got some NBA 2K18 here, and this video stemmed from a comment that came on the video of me discussing my offline settings, and someone wanted me to give him the differences between the offline MyCAREER and the online MyCAREER. Personally, I kind of think that it would be a long comment to write, so I figured I would just make a video about it. Um, that way, that person can see exactly the differences between the two, and we can just go from there. I'm not sure what if he plays offline or online more. I'm gonna assume online since he um, that was what the question was about, but I honestly don't know. So here, for those who are familiar with the online version of this, you have the same player screen, still says the proving ground. Offline, there is no proving ground. There's no cutscenes. There's no um, agent. None of that stuff, from what I can see. I mean, I guess this stuff might pop into the game mode, but to be honest, I don't think so, and I'm not 100% sure about that as well. So, same thing. You're still choosing your primary, secondary skills. You're still able to choose your height. One thing that I think is a problem that I would personally kind of like to see fixed is if you're playing offline and off the server, you should be able to choose whatever height, whatever archetypes for your specific ball player. Some people might think it's a little thing for those who don't play offline, but I think for someone who plays online, they honestly should be able to choose whatever player that they want to choose. Not a huge deal for the online gamer or for the on the server gamer, but for the offline gamer, I think that that would be something that's pretty cool. So we're gonna go through all this stuff, and after you finish making your player in the offline mode, you get a my GM, my league type of setup. You can save your my career because it's offline, and obviously there's no server for your player um, to be attached to. So you're gonna have to save. That's one difference as well. Um, in terms of your upgrades, this is another huge difference since there's no VC offline. It goes back to the 2K12 days where we had to do the skill points, and that's the way that they you upgrade your players. Personally, if you have access, if you're an offline gamer, and you have access to internet or the server, I would just say go with um, the online version of it because you get a lot more things to offer. And if you're someone who doesn't want to deal with the online stuff, you don't have to. That's kind of one reason why I kind of like the way 2K did it this year is you can still have that offline experience even though you're in an online quote unquote hub. But those people in the hub, you really don't have to interact with them if you don't want to. So it's the same thing if you want to upgrade your player 100,000, 190,000, 194 skill points to upgrade this guy. Obviously, I can't do that yet because I don't have any skill points. But that's just to the base 84. Badge progression is the same. I'm not sure how it gets tallied out. I would just assume like it's the same like it is online. My player appearance, this is the same exact thing for when you first start up the game. And you have these 5 hairstyles to choose from. I guess 6 if you're technically counting being bald. But you have these 6 hairstyles to choose from. And you see um, the tag visit Doc's Barber on the main street for many more hairstyles. So you obviously will not have access to Doc's Barber Shop because you are on the offline server. So you have those 6 hairstyles to choose from. You don't have any access to shoes. I'm not sure if sneaker deals is a part of the offline my career. If you play so many games and they'll give you a option to choose your sneaker deal, like I did back in the day. That's something that someone who has played offline would have to even tell me. I'm not sure. And the same thing with your accessories. No access to accessories. So that's another thing. Personally, I feel like even for the people who do play offline, they still should have these options to choose their sneakers, choose their accessories, choose their hairstyles, even though um, tattoos as well. Even though the way that they did it this year, it is on the server. But even if you're offline gamer, you should still have that option. I kind of not a fan of this watered down version of my career, just because it's off the server. And they kind of been doing that for a while now, to where you have a watered down version of um, the MyCAREER just because you're not playing online or on the server. But personally, like I said, if you have access to online, you'll have access to a bunch more things. Like I said, the proving ground, when I was going through the um, the player creation screen, which is pretty much a few games for you to get acclimated with your player, similar to the team tryout. It doesn't matter how you do in any in either one of those portions of the game. You're still going to get selected to your team. Um, so you can really just skip through those if you really wanted to, because it's overall probably like a half an hour to a 45-minute process between the Jordan Proving Ground and before you can actually start playing with your my player in your my career games. Offline, I mean, on the online server, but all the offline quote unquote stuff, you'll have access to your sneaker deal. You have access to the actual story mode, which it might be important to people. Your practice and training facilities. You'll have access to your my court, which you see you don't have a my court on the offline. You'll have access to your VC sports manage the sports management center. That's where your agent is. So that's where you're gonna get all your endorsement checks from and all that good stuff. You have access to tattoos, your clothes that you're walking around in. You'll have access to the NBA store and even some stuff in the actual neighborhood that doesn't require playing um, online, like the dunk contest and the shooting game that's in the cut called Downtown, as well as the 2K Sports Zone. I think you'll have access to the what's that other thing? Main Street News, where you can get boosts and all that good stuff from. So pretty much, if you had an option to play this online, but you didn't want to mess with the online stuff like the playground and the walk on and the competitive proams, the venue and all that good stuff, you might as well just play this online. Personally, if you had the option, I would just do it that way because Um, I think this would just be a major grind. Some people might want to grind it out, but to me, I feel like it's already a grind if you weren't to buy VC. But this would be a major grind if you were to do it with skill points. Because at least with the VC, you can earn VC just playing the game outside of obviously your my team. But in every other game mode, playing the game will earn you VC. So you might as well just play the game that way. Earn your VC. I mean, this is all based on if you had the opportunity to. You might as well just like I said, play the game that way, and like do it like that. Because I feel like again with the skill points, seeing that you can only earn skill points within this my career game mode. And if there's no endorsements or anything like that, I just think that this would just be extremely long to upgrade your player. Like, just to get him to 85, it would have to take a few seasons, I would think, without without the endorsements and stuff like that adding to your skill points. So um, the biggest difference in a nutshell is on the offline my career. It is very watered down, very scaled back, which obviously you guys who play offline do know that. But at the same time, it is still, you're going through your my player, you're going through that grind to get your player up and all that good stuff. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you already had an idea of how this goes. So let me know what you guys think. Is this something that you would be interested in? If you had the opportunity, would you just jump onto the server and play my career that way? Are you going to stick with your my player from 2K17? Um, Let me know in the comment section below. Comment, like or dislike the video, share the video, um, and that's a wrap, guys. We'll be back with some more NBA 2K18 and other game stuff very soon. KC Classic 7 signing out.